It was January 1987, and I was just turned 18. I turned 18 on Boxing Day, just a couple of weeks before. And I just finished the HSC in Sydney, and I'd worked that whole of Year 12 on Thursday nights and Saturday mornings pushing trolleys to earn some money so that I could buy myself a one-way ticket from Sydney to Perth for the America's Cup. All my other friends have been saving up to go up to the Gold Coast for schoolies and whatnot, but I was determined I was going to go to Perth and seek my fame and fortune as an 18-year-old for the America's Cup. So my family took me to the Greyhound bus terminal in Parramatta, said goodbye. I went and got on the bus, and my duffel bag went in the side, and got on the bus and checked my number, 27A. It was 27A, and it was bent about 4 inches forward. I was like, this isn't good. So I sat in it, tried to push it back, pressed the button, won't go back. Looked at the person next to me, there's his seat's nice and back, that's all great. Went to the driver, listen, mate, my seat's just about 4 inches forward. Any chance we can do anything about it? He goes, nah, mate, America's Cup, every bastard's going over there, nothing I can do. You draw the short straw, bad fucking luck, mate. Beauty. So I go back to my seat, and the next 55 hours are fucking hell. Just like that. Every time I started to go to sleep, it's like, oh, fuck. 55 fucking hours. So by the time I got to Perth, I was ready for a nap, all right? Got off the bus, gave the bus driver the finger, got my duffel bag from out the side of the bus, made it about, I don't know, half a kilometre. I said, I need to sleep. Found a park bench, this looks good. Took a t-shirt out of the duffel bag as a pillow, took my wallet out, put it into my duffel bag, took my shoes off, into my duffel bag, but no. I put my feet through the handles of the duffel bag so no one would steal it. Wake up 2 hours later, some bastard had stolen it. I had nothing, absolutely nothing. Right, I was 48 or 55 hours out of home, leaving home, and I had absolutely nothing. And this was not 87, there was no money transfer, there was no key cards, there was no mobile phones ringing home and saying, look, I only left home 2 days ago, but I really fucked up. So I've gone, okay, what do I do? I've got nothing in the world. So okay, I'll go to the cops. So I go to the local constabulary and bless their cotton socks. The sarge there goes, nothing we can do, but mate, here is $10, which was a fair bit of money back in those days. And he said, I would get yourself down to the St Bartholomew's Hostel for Men, which is about a 15-minute walk away, down I think West Perth, I think it was. Gave me the directions, and off I went. Toddled off to St Bart's, walked in through the front door, and the guy behind the desk was quite surprised to see a young, innocent, naive-looking 18-year-old walk through the door, not their usual clientele. And he goes, what's going on, mate? I said, told him the story, lost my bag, lost everything I owned, all my earthly possessions. He said, okay. I said, I've got $10. And he said, that'll buy you about 3 nights, so you're fine. Look, I'll show you down to the dorm. And as he walked out behind the counter, he goes, mate, you got no shoes? I said, duh. And he goes, mate, you're not going to be able to get a job, because I sort of said to him, look, you know, it was a Sunday that we arrived, and I said, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday I'll be able to go and get myself a job. And he said, mate, you're not getting a job without any shoes. And he says, look, just keep an eye out for a bloke called Justin. He might be able to help you out. Okay. Right. So he takes me down to the dorm. There's about 10 beds there, and he goes, that's yours there. There's about 8 or 9 blokes sleep here overnight. But during the day, there's a lot of guys come in, just like a day drop-in kind of setup. They've got it's aircon in January for a start. They've got a counsellor there, I believe. They've got TV, they've got a games room, they've got tea and coffee, sandwiches. So about another 10 or 15 blokes come in each day to stay at St Bart's just during the day. And he said, we're going to serve some sandwiches in about 10 minutes, and then just look after yourself and keep an eye out for Justin. I said, sweet as. So I had a couple of sangers, and then afterwards walked into the common room with a couple of blokes playing chess, and so I just picked up a book and started to read it. And sure enough, about 10 minutes later, this sort of rather short, rotund bloke with a face like a drop pie comes up to me and sidles up and starts having a bit of a chat. And he goes, my name's Justin. And I went, the Justin, all right. He goes, what's your name? I'm Steve. And he goes, what are you doing here? You look very young to be here. And I'm like, yeah. Told him the story, lost my bag, all my earthly possessions, and I'm going to get a job tomorrow. And he looks down at my feet and goes, mate, you got no boots. You're not going to get a job without any boots. And I said, once again, do. And he says, okay, look, listen, Steve, I might be able to help you out here. I work part-time and have done for the last 10 or 15 years in a shoe shop in Hay Street Mall. And every couple of weeks or every month, I steal a pair of shoes. It's a chain, so nobody ever notices, all right? But at home, I've got about 15 or 16 pairs of shoes still in their boxes. Would you like a pair? I'm like, well, does the Pope shit in the woods? I mean, fucking hell, Because he sort of viewed himself as the Robin Hood of shoe salesmen, So he would steal shoes from the rich, from his chain that he worked for, and give to the poor at St Bartholomew's halfway house for men, which I thought was a good deal, being a young, naive 18-year-old. And he goes, fantastic. All right, here's my address, writes it down, gives it to me. I'll be there about 4 o'clock. Come round and see me. And I've gone, you fucking beauty. Red flags everywhere. But you're 18, you don't notice them. So about 4 o'clock rolls around. I walk out the door. The desk dude who met me goes, off to see Justin, are you? And I'm like, yep. And he goes, cool. So he lives quite close by, naturally. And I get to his building. It's a big apartment building, pretty dingy looking, big old brick building. And I press the buzzer. And he goes, is that you, Steve? And I'm like, yeah. He says, come up, 2 flights up, first door on the right. No worries. Walk through the glass doors, 2 flights up, first door on the right. Dunk, 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 dunk. Come on in, mate. Opens the door. In I come. And he goes straight to the cupboard. And this cupboard is like from floor to ceiling. It's huge. And he opens it up. And fuck me, there are about 15 or 16 shoe boxes just sitting there inside. It was like it being in a shoe shop. I was like, holy. He goes, I wasn't bullshitting you, mate. You were not. And he goes, okay, so what size are you? And I'll pick up size 12. And he goes, oh, fuck, Bigfoot. So, okay, all right. He goes, all right, size 12. Got a pair of Blundstones. And I'm like, fuck yeah, they're awesome, Blunnies, yeah. Let's see what else we've got. Size 12, 9, 8. Got a pair of Adidas Romas. Now, those of you of a certain age may recall the Adidas Roma, which was a pretty fancy shoe for its time. In the mid-'80s, it was very popular. It was like a tennis shoe with those little blue squiggly lines down either side. They were very fashionable to the young man in the mid-1980s. And I was looking for bar work, so I sort of thought the Blunnies would be good if I was going to do construction work or whatnot, but the Adidas Romas would be great for bar work. So I said to Justin, tell you what, I'll take the Adidas Romas. And he's gone, yeah, no worries, great. And he's handed me the box of shoes, and then he's taken out one of the Adidas Romas. And in the corner of his little dingy bed sit is a single bed. And he's throwing the shoe onto the bed. And I've gone, My, innocent Catholic schoolboy, 18-year-old, was sort of going, this isn't fucking good. And I'm still holding this box with one shoe in it. And he's going, listen, Steve, I'm happy for you to take the shoes, but I'd like you to do me just a little favour. Okay, fine. And he turns around and he walks over to his single bed, and underneath it is like a trestle sort of drawer. And he pulls out the trestle door and he leans down into it and he pulls out what looks like a cat of 9 tails. Right, it's a wooden handle, about so long, with only about 4 or 5 sort of leather straps coming off it. The rest have obviously broken off. And he's tied little knots in the end, just for extra value. And he's handed me this cat of 5 tails and said, I'd like you to hit me. And my poor little 18-year-old brain is going, no fucking way! He said, if you want the shoes, you got to hit me. So I've taken this thing and I'm like, fucking hell. Okay. And so he's turned around, walked over to the bed. He's got up in the bed and he's taken his pants down so that his fat, hairy, white, pimply ass is staring me in the face. I'm like, fuck. And he's like, hit me. I'm like, no, fuck, man, no. You want the shoes? You fucking hit me. The fucking hit me! Come on, fuck. Hit me, man, hit me! I'm like, fucking, yeah, that's it, yeah. You know, I'm just lying into him. And he goes, that's it, fucking hit me. And then his hand is sort of snaked around to the front of his person. I can't see what's going on, thank fuck, but anyway, that's he's doing, looking after himself. And so I'm there, and then all the frustrations of the last 3 or 4 days have just come out. Here I am, as I say, fairly naive, 18-year-old just out of school, and here I am 48 hours out of school, whipping a guy over the arse for a pair of shoes. As you do. So I'm fucking smart, fucking laying into this bloke's ass with this whip like there's no fucking tomorrow. And then he's like, stop! Clearly he's done his business. He's achieved what he needed. Oh, sorry, I don't know how else to put it. So he's achieved what he needed to achieve. And I'm just like in a trance, just like hitting this bloke for about 2 minutes, and I'm just like standing there like, fuck, with this whip in my hand. And then he's gone all quiet and sheepish. And he's just turned around and he's picked up the shoes and goes, thanks, mate. And he's given me the shoe and I've given him the whip. And then I've got the shoe and put it back into the shoe box and I've turned around and, oh, fucking hell. And then I've walked over to the door and then those blunt stones have crept into my brain. And I've turned to him and said, you going to be here at 5:30 tomorrow?